Cultivation theory. Cultivation theory was developed by George Gardner. He was the dean of the Edinburgh School for Communication at the University of Pennsylvania. He served as editor of the Journal of Communication, and for almost 2 decades, he spearheaded an extensive research program that monitored the level of violence in television, classified people according to how much TV they watched, and compiled measures of how viewers perceive the world around them. He was especially interested in how viewers' consumption of TV violence increased their perception of risk for violence, and most of his research sought to gather support for that idea. Gardner regarded television as the dominant force in shaping modern society. He was convinced that TV's power comes from the symbolic content of the real-life drama shown hour after hour and week after week. At its roots, television is society's institutional storyteller, and a society's story gives a coherent picture of what exists, what is important, and what is related to what and what is right. According to Gardner, violence is one of the major staples of the TV world. He wrote that violence is the simplest and cheapest dramatic means to demonstrate who wins in the game of life and the rules by which the game is played. Those who are immersed in the world of TV drama learn these facts of life better than the occasional viewers do. Gardner was more concerned that the effects viewers' beliefs about the world around them and the feelings connected to those beliefs. If viewers come to believe that the world around them is filled with crime, they are also likely to feel scared about the prospect of engaging in that crime-filled world. He claimed that because TV contains so much violence, those who spend more time viewing television are likely to develop a world syndrome. The violence they see on screen can cultivate a social paranoia that counters notion of trustworthy people or safe surroundings. To understand Gardner's development of this theory, one may think of its framework as a 3-pronged plug leading into a TV set, with each of its prongs uniquely equipped to tell us something different of the world of TV. First of these labels as the institutional process analysis. He states that this is research that penetrates behind the scenes of media organizations in an effort to understand what policies and practices may be lurking there. He states that Hollywood violence is a great example of this because it is cheap and can be exported globally for maximum profit at minimum cost. The second he calls is the message system analysis. This is research that involves careful systematic study of TV content, usually employing content analysis as a research method. This is quantitative research and statistical data that portrays what exactly is being shown on television.
Lastly, he explains the cultivation analysis. This is research designed to find support for the notion that those who spend more time watching TV are more likely to see the real world through TV lens. Glenn Sparks, a media effects scholar, conveys the metaphor that cultivation theory is similar to that of a magnet, in which individuals' views converge on a central television reality, similar to how a magnet causes metal objects to converge on itself. In short, Glenn Sparks states that for those who consume lots of TV, the most accessible information for making judgments is more likely to come from TV shows than anywhere else. He calls this the accessibility principle, or when individuals make judgments about the world based on very little bits of information that come to mind most quickly. So the popular question that arises is, why does no other form of media create such a conformity of ideologies among its viewers? It is simply because media forms such as radio and newspaper segment their programs to a specific audience, whereas TV broadcasters attempt to attract the largest possible TV audience through mainstreaming. Thus, let's return to the concept of the magnet for a moment. The piece that would be closest to the magnet would be like the viewers, whose real-world environments are very much like what they are viewing on TV. This process is called resonance, or the condition that exists when viewers' real-life environments is like the world of TV. These viewers are especially susceptible to TV's cultivation power, much like the metal pieces closest to the magnet would experience the highest level of magnetism. So, if cultivation processes work more vividly on heavy viewers, you may be asking yourself, what is a heavy viewer? Maybe you're unknowingly a heavy viewer with all the time you spend in front of a TV watching Friends or the newest episode of Walking Dead. Gerbner clarifies us that a heavy viewer is someone who reports that they have at least 4 hours of television per day. How do we know that all of these findings are true, however? That heavy viewers actually do have different perceptions of the world than that of light viewers. Gerbner conveys this information in the form of the cultivation differential. This is the difference in perceptions between heavy and light viewers about the real world based on information that they have received from the television. His findings are as follows. There exists a positive correlation between television viewing and fear of criminal victimization. He states that for heavy viewers, there is a perception of increased police activity. He states that these people believe that 5% of the population are involved in law enforcement, whereas light viewers believe in a more realistic 1% of individuals being involved in law enforcement. Lastly, he states that heavy viewers there is an increased mistrust of people around them. A concept such as this once again demonstrates aspects of syndrome.